and it comes with a 1-year warranty. And don't forget they buy junk cars. Stanbridge Auto Parts, 1521 Sulphur Springs Road in Shelby, serving this area since 1972.
In the nation, sometimes. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance and we'll replace destroyed items in your home with brand new versions. We put members first. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide insurance agent in Cherryville is Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street. Call 704-445-1990.
Optional feature. Exclusions and limits apply. Damaged items may be repaired in some cases. Consult policy language for specifics. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Good morning to you. It is Monday, the 30th of March, 2015, and it's time now for the Community Profile. Milton Baker along with you, and our co-host, executive producer, Sandy Alexander, could not be here today, but she is going to be back with us tomorrow for the program. The Community Profile is heard here on WCSL, WLON, and WOHS Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of each week. And with us today from Cherryville and the Cherryville Ministrual Association, we have Dr. Bill Lowe from the First Presbyterian Church of Cherryville. Dr. Lowe, welcome.
Good to be here.
Good to have you with us. And Reverend Holtzclaw is Bob.
Yes.
Bob Holtzclaw. And yes. Your church is?
Missionary Methodist Church.
Missionary Methodist Church. Thank you, sir, for being here. Appreciate it. And they're here today to talk about the Community Holy Week services. That has been an annual tradition in Cherryville. Guys, I guess as long as I can remember, and I've been here with the radio station one way or another over 30 years. And how far back do the Community Holy Week services go that you know of? Anybody have that history?
You know, I've been here almost 24 years, and it was a tradition here in the Christian community a long, long time before I arrived. So the community Holy Week service has been, very much a part of this community for many, many years.
And it's been our privilege to broadcast these services as a public service on WCSL. Now, every year we broadcast all 5 days, and the services come on at about 12:05, last about 30 minutes, and kind of describe the services and what the Ministerial Association, the aim of these services, the format, et cetera. Who wants to take that question?
Well, we start at 12:05. We usually have singing, special singing usually, and also different ministers from throughout the community will come and conduct a service. And of course, their preaching is probably about 20 minutes long, and it ends at 12:35, and then we have a fellowship meal afterwards.
Yeah.
So we try to do this as an outreach to the community and joint effort with the churches to get together and a fellowship with each other and worship with one another. So.
And everybody in the community and elsewhere is invited to come. It's open to anyone, not just members of churches in the Ministerial Association.
That's right.
The general public is certainly invited to attend.
Mm-hmm.
And the services are taking place now at First Presbyterian Church in Cherryville. Tell the folks where that's located.
Yes, we're at 107 West Academy Street. And that's actually down on the corner of Academy and South Mountain Street, which we know as the Bessemer City Highway.
Mm-hmm.
And the church, Presbyterian Church, when I first arrived, I actually asked somebody about the location of the Presbyterian Church, and they were very hesitant in trying to tell me where the church was, and finally it dawned on them I was talking about the Rock Church.
The Big Rock Church,
yes.
Yes.
The Big Rock Church, that's what they call it. So we're down on the Bessemer City Highway, really right close to the City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And on on Academy Street is our address, but the main entrance is off of Mountain Street, and you'll want to come in through that main. We would call it the back door, but it's now the main entrance back there, large parking lot. So, would be open to anybody that would attend, and we look forward to worshiping with the community.
Yeah,
this year as well.
And of course, anyone who can't come, maybe they're homebound or have to work or something, you can tune it in on the radio, 1590. 1590 WCSL will broadcast the services, and I know we have so many people who really love to listen to the services because in the world of radio, a lot of our listeners are, for one reason or another, they're not able to drive. They're not able to. Some folks in our listening audience can't see, and it just means so much to them.
Exactly.
And we welcome. Now we have 3 stations. The services are going to be on just one station, but we welcome all our listeners to tune in to WCSL 1590 AM or on the internet ktcbroadcasting.com and listen to those services. And we were talking earlier. Now it's a different minister doing the sermon each day. And first, before I go into that, how many churches are in the Cherryville Ministerial Association?
Oh goodness, what about 10 or 12?
10 to
something
12.
like that.
So each year it kind of rotates. It varies the ministers who preach the sermon and so forth. But who will be doing the sermons this week, Dr. Lowe?
Okay, Bob, you want to answer that one?
Okay.
Well, today, Dr. Bill Lowe will be having the message, and tomorrow, Dale Hendricks, he's the new pastor to Shady Grove Baptist Church. Wednesday is Bob Wise, he's the pastor of the Northbrook Baptist Church, and Jerry Lowe is on Thursday, and he's the pastor of the Second Baptist Church. And Eddie Kennedy, I think he's a preacher. He's not the pastor of the church, but he's a preacher in the Fairview Baptist Church. And, of course, we have a sunrise service, and Dr. Vince Hefner of the First Baptist Church will be conducting that service, and it'll be at the City Cemetery at 7 o'clock a.m. on Easter Sunday morning.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we certainly want to mention the sunrise service, right? And special music each day as well. You always have some very, very talented and singers with special music, and you have, I believe you have that
Right.
list.
Today, Barbara Cruz, who is a well-known singer here in our community for a long time. She's very gifted. She's going to be singing this morning. And then on Tuesday, the John Chavis Chorus will be with us. We look forward always to hearing our young people. Wednesday, the Rotary Club. And I guess the Rotary Club has been singing at Holy Week services as long as there have been Holy Week services. They say that is their day. So Rotarians, we're looking forward to hearing you. And then on Thursday, the ministers from our area will be singing, and we'll sing generally a good old gospel song that we all know. And then on Friday, the Presbyterian Choir, under the direction of Mona Beam, will be presenting the music at that time. At the sunrise service, we will be having the group that's gathered there. We got several hymns that we always sing, and someone will be leading that. So music is very much a part of our worship, and we are looking forward to hearing sermons and song, messages through the music.
Absolutely. And the sunrise service, we were just kind of talking about the forecast before we went on the air, and these forecasts do tend to change, but right now it looks like pretty good weather for a sunrise service, albeit maybe a little chilly that morning, but that shouldn't keep anybody that wants to come from coming out.
Just bundle up, wrap up. Sometimes we see people, they're fresh out of the bed, and they look like it, but they're there,
That's right. And so Holy Week services, again, what we're talking about here on the Community Profile today, and those services are live on the radio, and you can attend in person if you wish at the First Presbyterian Church of Cherryville, 1205 to about 1235 Monday through Friday this week, and then a meal afterwards.
Yeah,
and,
the meal is a variety of sandwiches that are prepared by different churches every day. So, I guess we have 15 or 18 different churches that are, the members are preparing. Usually it's the ladies of the church that are doing that. Occasionally we'll have a men's group, that'll be involved with that. But always good food and good fellowship afterwards.
And that's right there at the Presbyterian Church as well. And
exactly, yeah.
You have a facility for them to have the meal, so that's wonderful. And the organist for the services, does that change each day? I know at one point it did, I think, at some point back through the years, but do you have the same organist now?
Yeah, we'll have the same organist, Joe Gainey, who grew up here in Cherryville. He now lives in Charlotte. He's retired, but he'll be driving over and presenting the organ music, daily. So look forward to hearing him. He's an excellent organist as well.
Okay, all right. And anything else that we haven't mentioned?
We have a love offering. We don't pass the plates, but the plates will be there at the entrance to the sanctuary. And we receive an offering, a free will offering, love offering during that time. Half of those monies that are gathered, half of it will go to help support the ministry of the Cherryville Area Ministries, and the other part will go to the Cherryville Ministerial Association. So it's a dual thing that we try to keep, to help with our ministries here in the Cherryville area.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone who attends, keep that in mind. Your love offering will go to two very, very worthwhile causes there. All right. And folks might want to arrive just a little bit early if they can get away from work or home. The doors, I'm sure, are open plenty ahead of time for folks to get in and start getting settled in.
Yeah, if they want to come by at 11:30, we'll be open.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, and again, tell folks who are not familiar now, the front doors of the church face Academy Street, but now the best way to enter is to come in on the
out of the parking lot, which is located on Mountain Street. Yeah,
and there'll be folks there to help you get through you've added on to the church some years past, and so you've got to walk a little different route.
Those that have difficulty walking, we have an elevator there, so they can just take an elevator ride right up to the sanctuary.
There you go. That's exactly right. All right. Anything else, guys, that we need to mention about the services?
It's just a wonderful opportunity for the Christian community here to worship God. We lay everything else aside and come together as brothers and sisters in the Lord and just concentrate on the most important holy day for us Christians. Paul said if Christ had not arrived, had not risen, then we would be the most pitied of all. But indeed, he did rise, and that's what we proclaim.
Amen. Amen. Now, in most years that I've been associated with helping get this broadcast on the radio, looking at the bulletin, there is a theme or something like that. Is that the case this year?
Yes,
we
always have a different theme each year, and we typically, tell the pastor the text or the theme, and of course, kind of let them, go to how the Lord leads about what they preach. But we give them the theme of the text, and they take it from there. And I'd like to say something about the sunrise service. I know some churches have their own sunrise services, but if your church doesn't have a sunrise service and you'd like to come, we'd love for you to come out to the community sunrise service. And so,
absolutely,
it's a good time, and it's a very worshipful time and a meaningful time as we watch the sunrise and remember why we're here.
And should the weather change, the forecast change dramatically, and they start calling for rain or something that morning, is there a
First Presbyterian Church sanctuary?
Sanctuary at First Presbyterian. Okay, all right. So I'm sure these announcements will be made to everybody who comes to the service, but we want to get the word out a little bit ahead of time and publicize it here that folks can listen to it on the radio. and or on ktcbroadcasting.com. But it's only on one of the three stations. It's only on WCSL in Cherryville, 1590 AM. So you can, if you're listening to one of the other stations, you can flip over to 1590 AM or listen to it on ktcbroadcasting.com. And our interview right here that we're doing, you can, I should have said at the beginning, you can listen and watch our studio camera of this interview on ktcbroadcasting.com. It will also be saved and put on the YouTube website, YouTube/KTC Broadcasting, if anyone would like to watch the interview later on again, or hear it again, or watch it for the first time. You can tell some folks about that. And we're approaching 10:30. We have programming on WCSL that goes, our religious programming comes on at 10:30 on WCSL, so we want to be sure to get that on. But we want to thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. I know there's a lot of people who work on this to get this these services going every year, and we appreciate you guys' efforts, plus everybody else.
Milton, we want to thank WCSL also for broadcasting this for us, this service to the community, as you have done for years and years. I think if we were ever to start passing out achievement awards or recognition awards, WCSL would be right there getting one from us. We've been very much part of our community of faith, and we are grateful for it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it very much. We're glad to do it. And if that pretty much covers all the bases, we'll wrap it up for now, and just again invite the folks to come out 12:05 to 12:35, and then the sandwiches afterwards at First Presbyterian Church in Cherryville. If you can't make it, everything's on the radio except the food.
Right.
We can't do the food over the radio, but anyway, come on out and for Holy Week services all week long. And if you have to miss a day or have to miss being there all week, you can listen to it on the radio, WCSL. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's our community profile for today. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with another show. And again, don't forget, 12:05 to 12:35, the live broadcast on WCSL, or go in person to First Presbyterian Church in Cherryville for the Community Holy Week services.
Whether you're working,
I like to listen to music when I work,
or working out,
when I'm in the gym,
we're working for you.
Big O Country, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, and WCSL